Hi, Greg. Thanks again for this opportunity to clean up and refine the project we're doing on Tennyson together. I've gone ahead and incorporated all of the changes that you requested, and pretty much everything worked exactly as per your request, with a couple of caveats and a couple of revisions that I've made to tweak for the total floor area or for better wall alignments, either on the same floor or floor to floor. So I'm really excited with the tweaks that I've got here. And if you zoom in on the sheet that I'm giving you, you'll be able to see the square footages and the room dimensions of the rooms now, copied under the room name. I'm really excited about that. And so, looking at what you requested versus what I've done, of course, we've eliminated the light well here, tweaked the square footages a little bit. I've widened the entrance through past the living room a little bit more than what you had called for, just so that this wall here is in line with this wall here. It just looks a lot better, I think, and it just makes sense given the other square footage tweaks that I was making. But the living room still feels very nice and adequately sized. The storage room or home theater below is still quite too large, I think. But we'll look at that. Um, I didn't think it made too much sense to have a framed in Murphy bed alcove here. I thought it might be better just to do sort of a sofa couch situation instead, or a futon instead, where there's a nice piece of furniture here, maybe with a little table, adjacent to the very clean looking kitchen here. And then adjacent to this space, if this is going to be a bed space, how nice that there's a little corner closet right here. I'm showing a pocket door, but this could easily be full height cabinetry or full height niches if we wanted to do something a bit more decorative for this junior ADU slash office space. I also flipped the bathroom orientation. I think it'd be nicer to come in and have the door swing to block the toilet, but then to have this window and towel area for the sink slash vanity area. I think this is a pretty nice flip on what you were showing. And I've still got here the forced air unit or the fan coil unit. I will work with the HVAC engineer to see if we can't move this all the way down into just the basement space. I've allocated another spot for it in the basement utility space. But for now, I've got it here. If I did need to instead just have this be a coat closet for the living room, that'd be really nice. In fact, I think this will be half coat closet for the living room. Right, this fan coil unit is going to be on the lower half of the closet. Okay, so I don't think I made too many other tweaks from what you requested here at the ADU. I, of course, love the idea of wrapping the stairs around the elevator core. I'm very excited about that. So we have the stairs going down to the basement, and we have the stairs going up to the second floor. Heat pumps on the platform here that makes up that clean retaining wall line down below makes a lot of sense to me. I'll push that through planning for you. A very narrow light well here that the dining space looks out onto. The covered patio here feels very similar. The powder room and the pantry space changes were pretty easy to make. No major changes there. Same with the depth of the storage units and the wet bar. Everything is the same here with the covered patio access for the garage as part of this. This wall's moved back or moved away from the property line. So now the property line is 6 feet clear from the outside face of the 1 foot thick retaining wall. And then we've got 6 feet of clear space, 3 feet for the stairs and 3 feet for clearance around. And the family room and the kitchen, this still feels very amply sized to me. It's quite handsome. Uh, the nook has gotten a lot wider. I did go ahead and say, like, if it's since it's so important to get more and more green space here, I've opted just to go with the 3 foot clear light well. So it's 3 foot 2 that I'll show for the retaining wall spacing. That way it's 3 foot clear after it's all said and done for egress. Um, and then 1 foot thick for the retaining walls. But this, I think, is perhaps more appropriate than just getting another foot for the light well. So let's get as much green space here as we can. And then the island is the 13 foot by 5 foot, so no other changes or deviations from your request here on the ground floor. So now let's go upstairs. Excuse me. So we come upstairs, and a couple minor tweaks here from what you sent over. I've opted to create a little a corner notch into the walk-in closet. Excuse me. So that there's an opportunity for there to be a little bit of furniture here at the top of the stairs. So you'd come up the stairs. There's the elevator door and the stairs leading down. And here we could either do a desk or a bit of bookshelf or something nice. For now, I'm showing a nice little chaise lounge because there are some nice windows to look out onto at the top of the stairs here. I've also brought the wall into the master suite all the way over here to the hallway space rather than having it way back here in line with the master bath wall because I think it's nicer just to get into the master suite right away, and two, I thought it was really important to bring in some windows here to the end of this pretty long hallway. I'll certainly want to have a skylight, probably in the center, maybe even centered right here over the bathroom door and centered on the wet bar area and helping to illuminate this corner of the bedroom. But I'm really happy with this. I did also decide to flip the bathroom. I'm not sure if I totally understand the intent of wanting to have the tub here with the window here between the two spaces. I'd be happy to talk about that more live and understand where you're coming from there. But personally, I'd rather see the shower core and the tub at the window side here. So I'm showing the square shower squared up with these high windows here in the corner, which I think would be really, really nice. So when you enter the bathroom, your focus will first be on the vanity, but then in the reflection of the mirror, you're going to see this long distance shot of the corner being lit up really nicely. And then we've got the wall-mounted water closet here behind some frosted glass. Nice little makeup vanity space right here. And then again, I really think it'd be nice to have this tub centered on this line between when you're standing at the vanities looking at the mirror behind you, you're going to see this tub in line with what I still think would be a nice tall window right here, taking advantage of this rather private auto cord. And then the balcony is just stretched a little bit to accommodate the all the stretching and pulling that's happened. So the balcony's gotten a little bit bigger than it was before, but the design I think will stretch just fine. It's a very stretchable design. So that was the master suite side. Now let's go over to the bedroom side. No major changes here. Yeah, I opted to flip this bathroom here so the door's closer to these two bedrooms. And the square footage has changed a little bit. I did maintain a 4-foot hallway here, but I shifted this wall, or I should say this wall here, and this wall here. This wall here is aligned with the walk-in closet wall, which I think will clean up this back elevation. And then this wall here is also aligned with one of the walls down here for the separation between the living and the JADU. And so this little pop out here doesn't really need to happen if we wanted the hallway just to be even wider, since I've shifted things back. But I think it might be okay. I have also made one change here where we now enter both of these two rooms. All three rooms here have their doors here in the corner, which I think would be very nice to put a skylight right here, bringing some light in to these sides of these rooms. But then what we have is the first non-orthogonal angle I'm introducing to the project. And this angle could be set in the field just deep enough to fit the stacked washer and dryer right here, and then come down as minimal as you want for the angle or the depth of the closet, which I'm showing as 2 feet in here. So I think this is fine. I think this is kind of interesting. I think this is cleaner and nicer looking than the alternative of just squaring these off and seeing a couple more corners here. I think this is a really nice and elegant solution. But I look forward to hearing what you say about that. And then these 2 bedrooms are pretty equivalent in square footage. I'm showing some different alternate bed layouts than what we've looked at before. And I think it's kind of nice here. We've got a smaller closet, but this closet and this storage space here is the same length as this closet space here. So it's the equivalent amount of storage, but I just thought, when you open this door, or if this door is open, it'd be nice to see a little end cabinet display right here. And no changes here. This is a nice, now it's an ensuite. We've got this extra bathroom 3 to serve these 2 bedrooms. And I think you're really gonna like this change here, as well as this. Now, one caveat, Greg, is that I'm excited about bringing this wall for the master suite here, bisecting these windows, and of course these windows stack over the doors below per the original design. But I do want to study this in 3D, of course, and make sure that I don't think it looks weird when you look up and see this wall and this door bisecting these 3 windows into a 1 pair and 2 pair. I think it's going to be fine, but just holding out reservations there. Okay. And again, it's a very clean back elevation now. These walls are in line, and these walls are in line. I think you're really going to like it. Okay, so let's go downstairs and go downstairs again to go down to the basement. And the basement's working out just fine. So we come down to the basement. We've got a nice big open gym space here with a lot of light and access to the light wall. So we come down into a very bright, welcoming, open space that could be furnished in a lot of different ways, I think. And before we go this way, we'll just quickly peek into the storage-only area, or perhaps a home theater, if we don't get flagged or it doesn't get called out as a habitable space, which, again, it's not meant for sleeping, but the argument could be made that people do fall asleep watching movies, so I don't know. Storage only is easy enough. If we did want to make it a home theater, it'd be easy to make a raised platform here so that we can build the basement all at one level. So this would be at the same floor level as the rest of the basement, and this would be a step up to get to a slightly higher theater seating situation with a snack bar in the back corner. So the bathroom 6, the sauna bathroom, feels really nice. We'll have access to the light wall light as well. And then we've got ourselves some laundry and a utility, and I'm showing the fan coil unit above location here, and I'm a little concerned about how that might work in 3D with the retaining wall framing and the fact that we can't. We have crawl space under the JADU. I'm sure we can make it work, but hopefully we can move this fan coil unit all the way over to just here to service the floor registers that are going to snake around once I redesign the soffit area. So that should work. Anyways, nice big laundry area. Bathroom area is fine. This bedroom area is really sweet. It's got a nice sliding glass door to this very open below grade patio space. I'm digging this a lot. The bathroom is isolated. It doesn't have access to natural light or ventilation. So be it. I guess that's going to be fine because I know I'm going to get a nice bit of glass in this door. I'll put some frosted glass in this door here so that even when you step in here, you'll still get some borrowed light from this light well. And then the wine room with the flow-through countertop is going to be really cool. I'm really excited about this bar and wine room concept here. This is really, really exciting. And this, I'm sure we can revise this, but this feels great, flows into the rec room really nicely. We'll have the narrower, um, just the 3 foot light well right here, but it's nice and wide. It's still going to bring in natural light, and I mean, I could go either way, Greg. I certainly wouldn't mind stretching this out to get more light, but in the interest of creating that bigger backyard space, perhaps let's just go with 3 feet here. And we do still have a lot of light happening to this below grade patio because we're going with a more compact stair here. This isn't a light well anymore, it's a below grade patio with a stair. We won't count this as the area. We're fine on the square footages anyways, but all in all, Greg, this looks really great to me as a downstairs space. I get the argument about parking. I wish I had some natural light for this home theater area um, for the times when it's not going to be used as a home theater. Um, so perhaps some glass in the door here would also be appropriate since we've got such nice light well in such close proximity. Okay. Well, oh, and we have the ADU. So the ADU, nothing too major here. I tweaked the ADU so that the ADU and the JADU are still maxing out at 800 square feet allowed. And this is all feeling really great. So much smaller patio space, excuse me, a bit of a deeper side porch here, entrance into the bathroom as well as a little covered shower area. I think this is going to be quite nice. I did opt to flip the kitchen area because of this circulation stack. It's kind of busy, but it makes so much more sense to go this way than to basically go this way through the kitchen to get to a doorway here if we flipped it. Anyways, I think you're going to really like this. No problems here. I really look forward to hearing your approval, blessing on the small tweaks I made here. With your blessing, I will then get going on the 3D model. Thank you so much.